Brothers and sisters, as you guys know, for the past couple of weeks, we had No Logic, who came to my Dawah table, and he got a bit fizzled with his argument. So alhamdulillah, we demonstrated him and we used the argument from Contingency, and I've been using the argument from Contingency for a long time, and I believe it's the biggest nightmare for Christians. Not that it came from me, I learned it from Muhammad Hijab and Hamza Swadis, and they've learned it from other giants, alhamdulillah. So this argument from Contingency is an argument that leaves the Christians in a big dilemma. And my argument was very simple, and I've demonstrated this many times, and I'll demonstrate it again with the triangle square. So we say, for example, our argument is the following. Let's say God is the square. Yes? This is distinct. It has four sides. Yes? So it's independent. It is necessary. It is not composed of pieces, and it cannot be any other way. That's my definition of a necessary being. And then we have the triangle. The triangle, we'll call it the human. Yes? So the human is a triangle. Yes? Okay, inside the triangle. It is dependent. It can be any other way, and it is composed of pieces. So we say the following. The question we ask is the following. I did not say, or I have never said, and those who knows. When No Logic tried to put the triangle in the square and he failed, and he looked like an absolute idiot, I've never said you cannot have a triangle in a square or a square in a big triangle. That's not my argument. My argument was the following from Contingency. The first premise was what? That can you have there's three types of existence. Can you have an impossible existence of having a triangle square? Let me make that clear again. Can you have a square with three sides? Can you have a triangle with four sides? It's an impossible existence. So the question that I had, what's your name?
Sheikh Kuzmuk.
Sheikh what?
Kuzmuk.
Why did you call yourself a sheikh? Or do you mean milkshake?
Sheikh Kuzmuk.
We'll call him milkshake, strawberry flavor.
Go on.
Yeah? Okay, so basically, my argument is following, guys, yeah? Last week he came and he said, if X is a virtue of God or something along those lines, and Y, etc., yes? And I didn't understand it first. I asked him to repeat it, he said, I'm not repeating it, and then he walked off getting happy about it. So, today my argument is very simple. An impossible existence is to have two opposites, a triangle square, an independent dependent, an all-powerful we, a all-knowing ignorant. So I want our Christian friend here to demonstrate to us how you can have an independent, dependent being. And after he demonstrates, or not, well, he can't demonstrate, it's an impossibility. After I hear him out, I will ask him one question. Then I've got a whiteboard that I bought. As you can see, I'm spending a lot of money on the Christians here, but I have no other choice to explain to them. So that was my argument. So I would like him to demonstrate to me, when he says Jesus is fully man and fully God, I would like him to tell me how that is a possible existence.
All right, done. All right, thank you. So first, I'd like to point out the fact that Ali Dawah said, if I can demonstrate this, or if I can show anything like it, you'll convert to Christianity.
Yeah.
So Ali Dawah, today you are at a loss because I will make you eat your words. So I will start off.
Anyways, I've been
So I'll start off by clarifying my position, because his argument is based on a false premise where he misrepresents our position, and his conclusion is also just one of his premises, which is a false premise. So he's arguing, all right, that Christians say we have a square and a triangle in the same time, in the same place. We clarified that this is not the case. This is not what we say. So I made the analogy. I said, no, this isn't even an analogy, just direct explanation. You got person X, this is the sun. Now, we said the person of the sun is divine by virtue of Y, which is the divine nature, human by virtue of Z, this is the human nature. Now, I gave the philosophical definition of a contradiction, which Ali Dawah wasn't able to provide, which is two affirmations, two statements that cannot be true in the same instance. Now, when you have the person of the sun being divine in one instance and human in another, therefore this nullifies the contradiction. So that's where we left off last time. So I want Ali Dawah to first try to respond to that clarification.
Okay, so you said, which one? This one? This one? Who is it? This guy. Yeah. So he'll pick up from here. Yeah. Okay. So Can you repeat? Can you repeat your argument, please?
I can write it down while I'm
This is the only
saying
guy
it.
that comes to the park with milk. He actually goes to his fridge and puts milk and comes to here.
Can I write it down while I'm saying it?
Yeah, sure. I'm
Alright,
gonna give
so
you. Let me
just
give you-
rub out the whole thing, yeah?
Let me give you some space to work with. Yeah. So I'm gonna do. I'll do this now. I'll work from here. You work from down here.
Alright, cool.
Okay. So this is you. Yeah. You got the.
Alright, the bottom, yeah?
Yeah. So I'll give you this. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna write it down clearly for you, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this crappy.
I told you guys he's not mentally well. Why you guys pick on him?
I want it right here on camera. I want it right here. Make me shut up. Make me shut up. Come on, bro. Every time, bro.
Alright,
I'll hold that.
yeah, go
Do you
on.
need this too? Or you-
Nah, go ahead. Or just hold it to the cameras, or I can hold it. Go on.
Okay.
Alright.
So.
So this is what I said, right? Because Ali Dawah misinterpreted. If you give me the red pen, he's saying we believe in this. Is it that there's a triangle and a square in the same place in the same time. No Christian has ever said this. I even challenged him last time. Bring one canon or one church father that said this. You won't find one. Now, I clarified, this is our position here on the bottom. You have person X, which we identify as the Son. The Son is divine by virtue of Y, so he's divine nature. Human by virtue of Z, which is the human nature. Now, when I gave the formal definition of a contradiction, which is two statements that cannot be true in the same instance, I clarified these two statements wouldn't be in the same instance. They would be in respects to their own instance. Therefore, there's no contradiction. So I need him first to answer to this, what he thinks about it, and stop basing his argument based on a false premise.
Yeah,
Go
no
ahead.
problem. So the argument he made is very simple, guys. Yeah.
It's
As you can
it's
see-
an explanation, no?
Yes. So the explanation: Jesus is divine by virtue. Is divine by his virtue of Y, and human by virtue of Z. So now my argument is, I know that. I've never said that they don't believe that. I know that they believe that Jesus is divine by the virtue of Y and human by the virtue of Z. That's not a problem. This is where the problem comes in, and I would like him to answer. Because one thing that I'm going to say is this: I admire their bravery, but I think they did not know what was coming today. Now, I'm going to go to this, yeah? Listen and look very carefully, guys, yeah? Okay. Because he drew this. I'm just going to wipe this off so I can tell you guys. And I'm going to ask him one question. If he answers this question, it will make sense. Is Jesus one conscious
Yeah.
of being?
When
One
I need
is-
you, I also need you to qualify when.
Is
wait.
Jesus, one second, is Jesus one center of
I'm not
consciousness?
adding anything, right? I'm just saying, when you ask a question,
Yes.
you need to clarify. Are you speaking of a nature or are you speaking of a person?
I'm asking, before I go to the nature of
No, you have to clarify.
divine nature or his human nature,
You have to
I'm asking
clarify.
one question.
The person.
Is
Right?
he one center of consciousness?
The person.
I'm asking a simple question.
The person.
This is all I'm asking. This is
I
Jesus.
can't answer unqualified.
Look, this is Jesus. I'm saying, is Jesus one center of consciousness? Yes or
The
no?
person. Yeah.
He is.
The person.
Yes. You're in big trouble. Look, I didn't make him say it. He's in big trouble. And I'm going to repeat again. Is Jesus one center of consciousness?
The person. Yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay. He is one center of consciousness. So, if we have one center of consciousness, is he 100% man in that one center of consciousness? Yes? So that means he's fully in that circle a man, yeah? A human being.
With respect to what?
No, 1 second.
It
You
has
said
to
he's
be.
one center of consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he also 100% God? Look, this black will mark that. He is also
Yeah. The natures are complete.
100% God. So now, guys, this is a clear contradiction because what he demonstrated here is saying, they're saying Jesus is, by virtue of X, he is divine. By virtue of Y, he is human. Okay, we know you believe that, but the problem arises when you admitted on camera right now, is Jesus one center of consciousness? He said yes. If he's one center of consciousness, you have a big contradiction, an oxymoron on all grounds and all planets, which is what? He says, look, you got one circle. How many circles do I have here, guys? How many circles? We have one. So he's saying that one circle, yes, which I've done in red, is Jesus is 100% man in one center of consciousness, and he's also 100% God. That is an impossible existence. Do you understand that? My argument is very simple.
I can reply now, yeah?
Yes, you can. So my argument is very simple. I'm not saying, you're saying we believe he's 100% God and 100% man. I know that. The problem arises when you come and say that in one center of consciousness, those two natures exist. That is a contradiction. So please, I would like you to demonstrate to me what I said is wrong.
All right, cool. I'll do that just now.
I'll hold it for
and
you.
I want you.
I'll hold it
Okay,
for you.
yes, please. Thank you very much. Actually.
Let me know if you need to rub out anything.
No, I don't need to write anything. So, and I want you to be consistent with your reasoning now, okay?
Yes.
So you're arguing now that in the one person, right, you have an apophatic, you can make an apophatic statement and a cataphatic statement. You know what they are?
No.
Of course you don't. No problem.
Have you said apple?
Right, so apophatic and cataphatic statements are positive and negative affirmations you can make of God. So that would be things like immortality or mortality. What you're arguing is, right, when you can make both one statement of each with this one person, it is a impossible existence or a logical contradiction that shouldn't exist. Now, I want you to be consistent with your reasoning, right? So I'm going to make a syllogism. Is that fine?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to ask a clarifying question. You're a person identified as Ali Dawah.
Yes.
And you have a body and a soul.
Yes.
And you exist.
Yes.
You guys heard that correctly. That's on record now. I can now make the following two propositions about Ali Dawah. One, Ali Dawah is immaterial with respect to his soul. Ali Dawah is material with respect to his body. Now, if you are consistent with your reasoning, you are forced to concede, since your existence is a logical contradiction because you can make an apophatic statement and a cataphatic statement about your personhood, you therefore shouldn't exist. So, is your existence a logical contradiction?
Okay, good. Before he was smart, but check this out. Is my soul dependent?
Sorry?
Is my soul dependent?
Yeah.
Is my body dependent?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you see? The penny dropped? Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait,
You're already making fallacies.
No,
You're already making fallacies, Ali Dawah.
We've got a lot of cameras, we've got audience here, we'll let the people decide. Before you made a smart statement, one thing you didn't put into account was that my soul is dependent and is post-eternal, not pre-eternal. Yes,
Okay,
thank
okay.
you. And number two, my body is also dependent. Yes, okay. So you tried to be smart, but it didn't work. Simple question. He's saying, I'm in a body, I have a soul. The question is the following. My argument is from contingency, is from dependent and independency.
It's not
So
contingency
my soul is
argument.
dependent, my body is independent. My body is dependent, meaning I need an independent being that gave rise to me. So when you say Jesus is 100% God, my friend, yes, that argument doesn't work. You know why? Because 100% God means what? I'll use I, because I can't write independent, is independent. And then I'll use this red marker, because the reason I do this for no logic and his so solid career is because when they speak, they can say, slip up, I didn't mean that. My friend, you can't do that with a board. Now, with 100% human, he is dependent. So my argument is the following. The black represents God, the circle, and the red represents his dependency. So my argument was, I said, is it one center of consciousness? He said, yes. Perfect. If it's one center of consciousness, you cannot have in one center of consciousness two 100% things. That is my argument. And why? Not his argument he said about my soul and my body is, I'm standing in front of you, I also have a soul. The point is the following. My soul is dependent. My body is dependent. That is the argument. So your argument backfired on you. My argument is the following. Can you have an independent dependent in one center of consciousness?
All right, cool. So this is how I know you didn't track the argument, right? And you're deliberately not trying to answer. You're going in circles, my friend. So you're arguing here that a apophatic property and a cataphatic property cannot be said about the same person, right? So my argument here with the analogy, and we recognize that we cannot make it 100% exact analogous to God, but this is very analogous here. And I need you to answer me, right? Because if you're consistent with your reasoning, okay, if you have an apophatic property and a cataphatic property, by your own definition, you either have to concede that your existence is a logical contradiction and Ali Dawah doesn't exist, or you have to fall into special pleading and you have to provide the justification why you're not a contradiction, and why the incarnation is a contradiction.
Okay, good.
So now, you said how? So
catch his facial reactions, please, because he knows what's happening, and he knows that is backfired.
So answer.
Whoever's taught you this,
answer my
is backfired.
syllogism.
I'll ask you something.
Answer my syllogism.
Listen to me very carefully. He's saying, listen to me carefully, guys. I am 100%, yes, a soul.
Wait,
100%
are you immaterial?
1 second. I'm immaterial from the soul aspect.
Okay.
I'm material. But the point is
Wait, say that one more time.
1 second.
Wait, repeat that one more. Repeat that to the cameras.
I am 100%.
What you just said, repeat it.
I have a soul, and I also have a
How
body.
are you immaterial and how are you material?
My flesh is material.
Explain to the
soul
camera.
is immaterial.
Okay, so wait.
Yes.
Did you just say the person Ali Dawah
Yes.
is immaterial in one respect and material in another?
I'm saying to you,
Yes
that
or no?
I have a soul. I've just repeated it. I am a soul and I have a body. What
Okay,
you're missing
wait.
and what's backfiring, which you don't
It's not.
following.
No, you're not tracking.
No, I am tracking.
You're arguing apophatic and cataphatic property is a
look,
contradiction.
No.
Yeah.
You're missing the point. You're not coming to me and saying, for example, a tree, argument's sake, a tree is 100% wood, and also it has argument.
Would you respect?
Argument's sake. I'm
No,
saying
would
the
you
following.
respect? You're not addressing my argument.
No, I am. It's very simple.
No, you're not.
Is my soul dependent?
My friend, yes, I said. I literally said, right?
Yes.
Because when it comes to humanity, we are composed of these things, right? So I didn't say we don't affirm.
I'm a human being.
Okay,
I'm
we don't
dependent.
affirm that this is an exact 100% analogy. I'm giving a syllogism based on this analogy.
I know.
Now, okay, beautiful.
But I'm asking you a
So
question.
now, do you see you're not consistent with your reasoning, right?
How?
Okay, here's why. Because when I ask you, okay, actually, when you ask me and I tell you, the person of the Son is divine in one instance
Yes.
and human in another instance, you say that a logical contradiction shouldn't
Why?
exist.
Why?
When you listen, it's the same thing because it's apophatic, cataphatic properties. It doesn't change. You have to be consistent. Now, when you're saying the person Ali Dawah is immaterial in one respect and material in another, you're not being consistent when you say that's not a contradiction.
Listen.
You're making special pleading fallacy.
No, I'm not.
You are.
What I'm saying is this. Okay, from that angle, the most I could come and say is the following. Am I 100% soul, 100% body? Argument's sake. I could say, you know what? You believe Jesus is 100% human and 100% God.
Because it's complete natures.
Good, thank you. So I'm saying the following. Is my soul dependent?
Yes.
Is my body dependent?
Why are you repeating yourself?
No, because you're not
I
understanding.
already said.
No, you didn't.
I already clarified to the cameras as well.
but it's very
I'm
simple.
not saying it's exactly the same. I made the
course.
syllogism
Yes.
with this analogy
Exactly.
to prove your reasoning's not consistent.
No, you didn't. Because the thing
It's
is,
not
I don't-
because you're not consistent.
Listen to me. Look, I'm saying how
Okay.
my soul and my body.
Let
work
me
together.
tackle it like
I've
this.
never look.
No.
Look, I'm saying the
Respectfully,
following.
you're not answering.
No, I'm not.
Respectfully,
Very
you're not
simple.
answering.
Look, just
Ali
answer my
Dawah.
question. Just answer my question.
I've been answering all your
No,
questions.
it's very simple.
I've been answering all
You've
your
admitted
questions.
My soul is dependent.
Ali Dawah,
and my
I've
body
been
is
answering all your questions.
So a
It's
simple
your turn
question.
to answer
So
mine.
a simple question. It is a contradiction.
It's
an
your turn.
oxymoron
It's
to
your
to
turn.
say that Jesus is one center of consciousness, and at the same time, in that one center of consciousness, he is 100% man and 100% God. That, my friend, is
Wait,
an
Ali
impossible
Dawah,
existence.
is it an oxymoron to say one is material and immaterial and material at the same time?
1 second.
Is that an
No,
oxymoron?
No. What I'm saying is this.
Because is
My
that an
friend,
oxymoron?
You are saying.
Why are you not answering me?
I am answering. I've already answered.
Okay,
I've already
is
done
it
that.
an oxymoron?
Simple
Use your
question.
logic.
A
Use your
simple
logic.
question, a simple question.
No, it's my
How I
turn.
am a soul
It's my
and
turn to
body-
question you.
My friend, soul
It's
and
my
body
turn to
is
question you.
dependency.
Don't do this
Soul-
panic Dawah, bro.
That's fine. We'll let the people
Okay.
decide. I'm saying
Okay.
my soul and my body
Why
are
are you
dependent.
still yapping? It's my turn.
Exactly. It's not your turn. I haven't even finished.
It is my turn.
It's
I've been
not your turn.
answering
I
all your
haven't finished.
questions.
Very simple.
I've been answering all your questions,
You
man.
cannot have. Look, my friend. Can you have a triangle with four sides?
I already said in our last debate. I said no.
Thank you.
I said
can
you have
a square
you
with
showed me a
three sides?
triangle and a square, and I
Thank
said this triangle has 3 sides.
Exactly.
The square has 4
Thank you.
sides. I was like, okay, you're gonna ask me how can this be the case? I
Exactly.
said,
Thank you.
we don't say this is one and the same thing. We don't say
Did
that.
you not say?
We say
Did you not say Jesus is one
the
center of
same
consciousness?
way, the same exact
Did you
way.
not say on camera, Jesus is one center of consciousness?
Okay,
Yes or
do you
no?
do you realize there's a distinction between personhood and nature, right?
One second. I know that.
Is the
I know that.
beautiful.
One second.
Now be
Is
consistent
he-
now. My turn.
Jesus, look. Jesus.
Stop trying to run.
Look, I'm
Stop
not
trying to run.
We'll let the people say, look,
You asked me, is
listen,
it an
look,
oxymoron? My turn
if
now.
there's any reason I'll run, it's
Okay.
going to be a dead argument.
Okay,
I'll
Ali
leave that
Dawah.
already.
Okay,
Look,
so
is
so
Jesus
answer my
one-
questions instead of
I
running.
can't speak.
Ali
That's why I
Dawah,
brought the board.
you've been interrupting me the whole
That's why I
time.
brought the board.
You've been
That's why I brought
interrupting me the whole
because
time.
you know why? Look, no problem. You speak.
Okay,
Let me know when you finish.
is it an oxymoron that one person is immaterial and material at the same time? Use your same logic. Is it an oxymoron, yes or no?
Let me know when you finish.
Yes or no?
Let me know when you finish.
Is
No, I'm not
is
thinking- I'm not
is
thinking-
it an oxymoron to be immaterial and material at the same time?
Let me finish.
Yes or no?
Let me finish.
I know you're doing these tactics, this emotion game for the
what-
cameras, because there's like many cameras now.
Whatever you like.
So please answer, yes or
Let
no?
me know when you finish.
I'm asking you a
Let me
question.
know when you finish, bro. I'm not gonna.
Is it an oxymoron, yes or
Let
no?
me know when you finish.
Is it an oxymoron to be immaterial and material at the same time?
So, as you can see, guys, the reason why he's running away from this is
Why is he
he's
not?
really confidently.
He's just claiming to the
And when I
cameras
asked him
he's
that
I'm
one
running
question-
when he's not
one question I
answering
asked him
me.
is very simple.
I answered all his questions.
Jesus-
Why isn't he answering one of
is
mine?
Jesus one center of consciousness? He said yes.
You also affirmed there's a
You
distinction
say
between person and nature, by the way.
Jesus is one center of consciousness. You cannot have in that one center of consciousness. Yes, what he demonstrated here is not a problem.
Are you one center of
Look,
consciousness?
Look, listen to me.
Are you one
I'm-
center
I'm
of
talking-
consciousness?
I'm talking about Jesus here.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm talking about you. We're talking
Jesus.
about persons,
I'm
right?
talking about Jesus.
Yeah, we're talking about
You said
persons and
Jesus is
nature,
one
right?
center of consciousness.
Yeah, are you one?
Okay.
Are you one center of
I'm
consciousness?
talking about Jesus. I don't claim to be divine.
I never said
claim
you
Jesus
are.
is divine.
I'm
Exactly.
making an
So-
analogy.
no.
So put this down
My
for 1
soul and
second.
my body is dependent.
You're doing the same tactics as last time. You
Exactly.
know it doesn't work against me, right? You know your
guys, guys, there's a reason I buy the whiteboards, yeah? Very simple.
Okay,
One
there's a
look,
reason you're
that's
not
the reason
answering
why
my question.
I said, are they one center of consciousness with Jesus? He said yes. If that is the case, if he's one center of consciousness, 100% human, you can't have 100% human, dependent, and 100% independent divine nature.
Why not?
Thank you. There's another one. We'll come to you next.
No. Watch
We'll come to you
this.
next. We'll
My
take-
friend. Okay,
Exactly.
we got your
I feel like I'm in
explanation.
a mental hospital and these are my
Yeah.
clients. And
No,
I'm just giving them like a lesson. Hey, listen,
we got your
no,
argument for the fifth time. You're just repeating yourself.
No, my friend. I want you to explain to me. I want you to demonstrate to me how one center of consciousness can be 100% man and 100% divine.
Okay, cool.
Please.
Are you a central?
I'll do
No, you need to start answering
It's not gonna
questions.
answer. It's not gonna do it.
I answer all your questions.
I knew it.
Put the pride down
I knew
because
it.
pride comes before
I knew
the
it.
fool.
I knew it.
Answer my question now.
Yeah,
For
I
my
don't-
first
I don't
one,
believe in pride.
is it an oxymoron to be immaterial and material at the same time? Yes or no? That's my first one. Is it an oxymoron? Yes or no? Okay,
I
fine.
don't
I'll do it exactly how you're telling me.
Thank
Are
you.
you a center
Thank
of
you.
consciousness?
I'm not Jesus.
Are you a center of
I'm not
consciousness?
Jesus.
That doesn't answer my
I'm talking
question.
about Jesus. Give Jesus an example.
Okay, you said demonstrate
Give
how,
Jesus.
and you even said yourself.
Give
He said
Jesus,
in front
I'm
of,
not Jesus.
he said on his live stream, which he deleted because I flamed him.
Bro.
He said, "Show me anything." He said, "Show me anything like it, I'll convert to Christianity."
Yes, show me it.
Cool.
Show me.
He said,
Show
"You
me.
just said demonstrate anything like
Demonstrate
it."
anything.
Are you a
Show
center
me.
of consciousness?
Oh my
I'm using your exact analogy.
My friend.
Are you a center of
My
consciousness?
friend, I'm talking about
You're
Jesus.
being deliberately
I
not
am
answering
telling
the
you about
question.
Jesus.
This is
No,
embarrassing.
you're running away. You're
Why
running
is
away.
he's deliberately?
You're running away. My
You
argument
asked
is
me.
here.
I'm addressing it
Demonstrate
directly.
here. Look, it's here.
Okay,
Show
beautiful.
Show me one center of consciousness is right here.
Cool,
How
cool.
it can be 100% but 100% man. That's
Okay,
what I'm asking.
beautiful.
Do that, please.
So what I did first, right? What I did first is clarify my position.
Show.
I gotta
Put the board,
respect. I
show
gotta
it.
respect how consistent he is in being dishonest, but not in his actual theology.
There you go.
Now, listen.
That's my board, bro. Show it.
Now, from the last Sunday,
run
he
away.
said, "Oh, he actually agrees with this when he didn't preach this last time."
No,
now
no, not agree.
he's shifting the argument. He's saying now you got one consciousness. How can this be
Exactly.
100% this and 100% that?
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. You
Now
know.
I'd explain it the same way, but he's just gonna go in circles. So now
Ah.
I'm trying to make analogies.
Yes,
so
yes,
now,
yes.
when you're saying there's this is one.
He's hurt. He's getting
Okay,
touchy
so
now.
there's
He's
one.
putting pressure on my shoulder.
So there's one center of
You know when
consciousness.
you want to hurt someone, but you're like,
So-
you're doing indirect ways.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not violent like
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
who
yeah,
threatened me
yeah,
last
yeah,
time,
yeah. I
right?
just threatened you. When did I threaten you?
Right. You know, it's at the end of the clip on Revelation
Bro, you're
22:13.
Trinity. I don't defend
All right,
nothing,
cool.
bro.
No problem.
You
So,
self-implode. I don't need
all right, cool.
If it's something
Are
that's
you
Christianity, what makes me
are you one center of consciousness?
I'm not divine.
Are you one center?
I'm not
That
divine.
doesn't make you divine.
I'm not divine.
That doesn't make you
My
divine.
argument's from Jesus.
I never said you're divine.
My argument's from
Are
Jesus.
you a center of
Why are you
consciousness?
afraid of speaking about Jesus? I don't
Well,
talk-
you're telling me demonstrate
You
how.
asked us for
Bruv,
examples
bruv,
other
bruv,
than Jesus.
bruv, no,
You
I
said-
know I didn't.
you said
I to
demonstrate.
you-
Wait,
I
let-
said
let
to
me-
you,
let him
look,
cue.
use Jesus as one center of consciousness and prove to me how he can be 100% God, 100%
This is-
human.
this is the problem.
It is a contradiction.
Cool. This is the
This
problem.
here is irrelevant. Like
This
the
is
atheist
very
guys.
relevant.
The
This is
atheist
very
guys said.
relevant. Do you know why this is relevant?
Why?
Because we make it, like you said,
Yes.
you said you know,
Yes.
there's a distinction between personhood and nature. When I try and make this distinction and I try to explain
Yes.
one respect on one instance, another respect in another, you're still going around in circles and claiming it's a contradiction. Now, when I give you an analogy to and a syllogism to disprove your logic, you're not answering me.
You did not
You're
dis-
deliberately
You
running.
didn't disprove me.
Are you going to
All-
answer my questions
all
then?
you said is the following: that my soul is my soul.
That's not
and
what I
you
said.
You said my soul. that's immaterial,
Okay.
and my body is material.
Okay, let's take it from
so
here.
I'm saying the following.
I'm gonna take a statement you
Both
said.
my soul
I'm gonna take
and my body are dependent. My argument is on contingency.
Beautiful.
Can
It
you
doesn't
have
change
an independent
absolutely.
dependent being?
It changes
Look,
absolutely
I didn't
nothing.
say, can you have two dependent things? Yes, two dependent things. In one, even
That-
that,
you
even
do realise-
look, even that. That's why we use the triangle square thing, okay? Which
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
the
You can have a
Ali Dawah.
triangle square.
Ali Dawah.
Look, let me finish.
So-
Look, the reason why he's not is because a triangle. You can have a triangle square. That's why no logic tried to put the triangle in the big square. He made the board the big square. My argument is the following. I'm just saying the following, okay?
You don't need to
Look,
repeat
look,
yourself.
look,
I
look,
got
I
it.
have to because you're not understanding.
I very
Look,
much understand. I even
look,
steel man
look,
your argument.
I'm saying very simple. There are two dependent things. I'm talking about, can you have a dependent independent? It's so simple.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, listen,
Ali Dawah.
can you have,
So-
in one center of consciousness, a dependent independent being? That's-
Cool. And so when I
or
answer,
no, yes or no?
are you gonna interact with me?
No, I'm not. Yes or no?
Why? What did you?
Can, in one center of consciousness, can you have an independent and a dependent
Of course,
being?
and I'm trying to demonstrate that.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now when I'm trying to make the analogy, right? Okay, I'm gonna ask you again. So I'm gonna take a statement you said, and I want you to please answer it because you've been running away the whole time. You told me it's an oxymoron, this and that. Okay. Now, actually, first of all, I want to clarify: is being dependent and independent, right? Those are cataphatic and apophatic statements, correct?
I don't know what you mean by those definitions.
I explained.
No,
I
understand.
defined. So
Why
it's
use simple terminology?
it's
Listen,
positive.
using big words doesn't make you smarter.
I
Just so you
I'm
know,
not trying
it
to
doesn't
be.
make you smarter. You're still gonna
It's
get,
a
with all
sim-
due respect,
it's-
I don't mean to be
so I
arrogant.
don't say
You're gonna
5
get
words
smashed.
every time.
You cataphatic,
So the-
rabbit,
right.
giraffe.
All right, so
rhinoceros.
are you gonna
My
let
friend,
me talk? Are you gonna
just-
let me
no,
talk?
Don't use big words.
It's not
Be
big
simple.
words. It's not big words. It's simple.
Okay,
It's
are there
positive.
any synonyms
It's
for that?
it's
Are there other synonyms
no.
for that?
It's
There's no other synonyms for that.
positive.
Yes.
Listen, positive and negative affirmations of what God is
Positive
and what
affirmation,
God isn't.
Then say positive affirmation and
So,
negative
no,
affirmation.
it's what God
Yeah.
is and
Then
what
say
God.
that.
Okay, in monkey terms, what God is and what
Thank
God isn't. Okay.
Thank you.
Is dependent.
What God is and what God isn't.
Okay.
Catastrophic.
Okay,
what's the
bro.
other one?
Okay, bro.
Catastrophic.
Cataphatic and apophatic.
And this
Okay.
debate is gonna be
Now,
catastrophic.
is dependent and independent? Would you say those are cataphatic and apophatic statements?
Again, give me the simple
Okay.
definitions, please.
Is dependent?
Yes.
Would you say that's a statement, like a negative affirmation of God, and then independent, a positive affirmation of God?
What do you mean by positive
Exactly
affirmation?
what I just
No,
explained.
one second.
to
What do you mean by positive affirmation?
So what God is statements that can be said about God and statements that you want to say about God.
Oh yes, I would say that.
Okay,
God is
beautiful.
independent.
So when I give
Yes.
the analogy
Yes.
of apophatic and cataphatic properties,
Yes.
it doesn't change nothing whether it's dependence, independence, mortality, immortality, nothing. It doesn't change anything.
It does, because my
No,
argument
no.
is on dependency.
Now you said, listen very
dependency.
listen very carefully. I know what you're saying. Listen
Exactly.
very carefully.
Yes.
You said it's an oxymoron
Yes.
that one thing you can say X and Y about
What's
it.
that one thing though?
Okay,
Is
so
it- is it-
you're saying
What's that? Give me the one thing.
cataphatic
No, that one
and
thing. What is the thing?
apophatic
What is that one
property.
thing you're talking about?
What?
Name that one thing. What is that one thing you're talking about?
You're talking about dependence, independence?
Yes.
Yeah,
You said about the body and the soul.
Okay.
Okay, that one thing, that's the soul.
Yep. Okay.
The soul, yeah? Is it a thing?
Yes.
Okay, is it dependent?
Sorry.
Is it dependent?
Yes.
Good. Is
Okay.
the
Did I not
body-
say 10 times?
Yes.
It's not an exact analogy.
Good.
It's proving
Thank you.
your logic
Thank you.
is
He just
that doesn't
just
prove
said,
anything.
I am not giving an exact analogy, meaning
Okay,
brother,
wait.
it's irrelevant.
No, it's not.
irrelevant.
No, it's
He's-
not.
oh my
Because
gosh,
they're
oh my
both
gosh.
they're both
He's saying- it's like, bro,
apophatic and cataphatic
it's like,
property,
bro.
both of them.
Bro, it's like me saying I'm going to talk about water and I give an example about a donkey.
Did your sheikh
It's
tell
not-
you?
it's
Did your
not
sheikh tell you to
exactly-
behave like this?
Exactly. My friend, the only one that's shaking here is you, bro. You call it
No, I
success,
said.
but you're
I
shaking.
said. Did your sheikh
No, no,
tell
I
you
know,
to behave
I know,
like
I know,
this?
that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about what
Okay,
my chef said.
beautiful.
Very simple. Is my
No,
soul
stop
dependent?
deflating.
Thank you.
Stop.
Thank you.
Okay,
Calm
now,
down, you're not ready for it.
now,
I told you,
no,
don't
you
do
haven't
this.
answered one of my
Is
questions.
this what you brought?
You haven't
Is this
answered.
what you brought?
You haven't answered one of my
Bro, you
questions.
telling me.
You're not answering any of my questions.
And I was thinking, bro,
You're not answering any of my questions.
I was getting a bit wary. I was like,
You're not even answering.
You're not even answering any of my
what's
questions.
this? You brought
Okay.
this.
Answer him
You
then.
brought this.
Okay, are you gonna answer me?
Is the
Can
soul
you answer
fault?
me?
I am.
You asked me to demonstrate. I'm trying to
You
demonstrate.
admit
You're not answering
it's not-
any of
you
my
admit it's
questions.
not exact
I'm not
analogy.
going to answer any of your
Thank you.
questions. Okay, now listen. I already answered many of your questions.
No, you didn't.
You asked me to demonstrate. I'm trying to demonstrate. So please be honest. Okay, now, independence and dependence, immortality and mortality. Those are both positive and negative affirmations of
Yes, the
God.
opposite of each other.
Thank you very much. So it doesn't change nothing whether it's about dependence or independence.
Of course it does.
Because you're making a category fallacy. Now,
No.
actually, equivocation fallacy.
No.
Yes.
No, you're using an argument. My
Answer
argument
me.
is from
No,
dependency.
stop over talking
Look,
me.
independent,
Stop over talking
dependent.
me. They are the same type of
Independent,
statements that can be made.
Bro, you know what? The whole argument of contingency is dependency.
He's just deliberately
That is
not
my
trying to
argument.
answer
You know
my
what he's doing?
question.
He knows he can't answer it. He's going even.
But you're not answering.
He said, "I'm giving an analogy that's not the same." Yeah. Look, my argument is what from contingency. Contingency, in another word, it's synonym is dependency. My argument is from independency.
But you're not trying to
and
engage.
dependency.
You're not trying to engage with what I'm
and he
saying.
will never answer it. And if you can't do it, Dave, what's his name? David. What's it? David. Is your name David? David, you're gonna have to come and do a better job.
No,
now,
but can you engage with what I said at least? Can you engage with what I said?
You, man, some people watch that debate. They
Hey,
say,
Ali Dawah, forget the crowd, forget the crowd, forget the cameras.
I'm gonna go and
No,
ask them.
only
Now-
you've been talking.
No.
No. You're not gonna do this.
Bro, I stop, you start
You're the
talking.
only one talking.
Okay, you talk, I'm not gonna
You're not even letting me. Okay, present. Okay, now answer. You already answered. Okay, independence, dependence, immortality, immortality. They're both positive and negative statements about God. Now, you can't say it's the same thing, right? It's both positive and negative affirmations of God. Okay, that you
I'm gonna try this another carry on. I'm gonna try
okay,
maybe
no, I
this
need you
is-
to answer me. I need you to answer me. Okay, you are a person named Ali Dawah. Is it an oxymoron? Yes or no? To say you are immaterial and material. Is it an oxymoron? How is it not an oxymoron? How is it not an oxymoron?
Because I can be, I'm a soul and I have a body.
Wait. So explain how you are material. Explain how you are material and how you're immaterial.
I'm a soul and I have a body.
No, put the ball down and engage with me verbally. You're not engaging with me at all throughout this whole conversation.
No, 1 second.
Respect.
I'm gonna call it. One second. Maybe this will work.
They got trained comedians as Dawagandists. I mean,
We'll make them laugh all the way to
trained
Tawheed. They laugh their way
comedians.
all the way to Tawheed, alhamdulillah. Now, maybe this
Now
will work.
he's
Maybe.
bringing a whole other thing
Now watch
instead of engaging
Watch
with
this now.
my
Watch
analogy.
this.
I didn't change anything.
Look,
You asked me demonstrate, but he's not letting me demonstrate.
now,
He just
maybe
talks
this will
over me.
work. Maybe this will
This is
work.
the most deceptive human.
Okay, there we go. Now guys, listen. Jesus, is he one center of consciousness? He said yes.
Obviously, yeah.
Listen, he said Jesus is one center of consciousness. Okay, now, brothers and sisters, can this, I'm trying to make it look like exact shapes. If they're exact shapes, yeah? The human nature is 100%. The divine nature is 100%. This is one center of consciousness. If Jesus is human, which you know he is, if we fit this in here,
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. All right, now, no, because you're trying to misrepresent my position again. No, he's trying to misrepresent my position. Last week he did the same thing. He's trying to do square and circle in the same place again. Yeah, you're trying to do square and circle in the same place again. So he's running back to the first analogy, which is based on a false premise again. Now, instead of doing all this circular reasoning, going back to your first premise, stating as a conclusion, can you just engage with my argument? Like, you're not engaging, you're not answering any of my questions. You said it's an oxymoron. This center of consciousness can be can have one cataphatic statement and one apophatic statement. Now, look, he's playing emotions game. Why not answering? No, he knows if I land my point. He knows if I land my point. He knows if I land my point. It's over.
After a couple of days. Why did we take it down?
Wait. Did you not have lives from 1 month ago that was still up? You deleted it.
He thinks I took it down because of him. No problem.
No, he did.
My friend, listen.
No. When you said that,
why did you do this to him?
you still had the live from 2 months ago.
Let him finish.
No,
and address his
no, he's purposefully.
I'll let him talk.
All right, my friend, you said it's an oxymoron that you can have a center of consciousness and you can make an apophatic statement about it and a cataphatic statement about it. Yes, that's exactly. You agreed with me. Independence and dependence and immortality and mortality are both apophatic, cataphatic statements.
Independent. There you go, my friend. My argument is for contingency, not empathic, double-patic, whatever-patic, catastrophic. Okay, very simple. He admitted that Jesus is one center of consciousness. Bruv, I dare any Christian, any Christian to come and answer this, bro. Anyone to come and answer this. Let's go. Bruv, all my live stream, I can show you on my phone. Most of them are down. The only ones that are not down, one reasonable hijrah, and the one I did was Orthodox Muslim. Now, guys, that's not going to run away. Look,
No.
I said to you, look, is Jesus one center of consciousness? Listen to this because you can't do a job. You might do it.
No, wait.
We might do. Look, check this out.
Wait, after this, I'm going to bury you.
I said, of course, you're going to finish, brother. Yeah, we'll do your janazah here. Look, I said, is Jesus one center of consciousness? Yeah. He said, yes. Now, imagine this shape is the same as this. We put the human nature in this, whatever you want to call it, rectangle. Yeah. It is 100% human in one center of consciousness. You cannot then add into that Jesus a 100% God. You know why? Because then it becomes an independent, an all-knowing ignorant, an all-powerful weak, a black white, a triangle square.
Okay, so
that is my argument. Now, please, one last time.
So Ali Dawah. So what I'm gonna do?
If not,
So what I'm gonna do is he's running with this. So give me the whiteboard.
I will wipe it for you, bro.
Give me the whiteboard. I'm gonna write something on it. So while I do that, can you please remind everyone the definition of a contradiction? What's a contradiction? Define it.
Two things appearing in one place are total opposites.
At the same time, right?
At the same time, total opposites.
Okay,
yes.
beautiful.
Like I showed you now.
Beautiful.
One center
And
of
I
consciousness,
also
fully man, fully God. Contradiction.
also you said something very interesting, Ali Dawah.
Full contradiction, and you can't run away from it.
Okay, at the same time, in the same.
In all planets.
Give me the black pen, yeah. Right, and you said something interesting.
Can't find a Muslim like me.
You said something interesting earlier.
Hold it.
You said something interesting earlier. You explained that you're material in what sense?
I'm material with the body sense.
Right, by virtue of your body. Right?
Yeah.
In respect to your body, and you're immaterial in what sense?
In my soul sense.
All right, cool. When I say the same thing, how is that a contradiction?
Let me tell you why. Because the thing is, I don't know if I said this. Actually, if I said that, it's a mistake. Yeah. I'm not saying, for example, I don't know how my consciousness and my body. For example, I don't come and say I'm 100% soul, 100% body. I don't know how it works. What I do know is this though: my soul is dependent, my body is dependent. My argument was from what? Independency and dependency. So that argument doesn't work, which you admitted. You said I gave an analogy that is not exact, and that's how it backfires.
Yeah, you're straw manning me as well.
No straw man, I'm no man in you.
Yeah, because you have no idea. You have no idea what a simple term is. So.
You just run away from me, bro. Tell your teacher they done a bad job. I'm not gonna lie. I went back to my teachers. Everything I'm telling you right now, I learned from them. So yeah, and they're doing a fantastic job, but they're not answering. It's a full-blown contradiction, guys. One center of consciousness, 100% God, 100% man, is a contradiction on all planets. There you go. There you go. My friend, I've just said one center of consciousness.
What does that mean?
There you go. Bro, if you know how it is, it's like Jordan Peterson.
All right.
Do you mean by
all right.
What do you mean by me? What
Hold
do you mean
this.
by
Can you hold this? Ignore the crowd now. Ignore the crowd because I'm gonna bury you now. Ignore the crowd.
I'm gonna get buried.
All right. So.
These guys do sadaqah jariyah for me if I die, yeah? Can I put this here?
Ali, if you answer this question for Allah in the
all right,
dunya,
now.
answer a question for you in the akhirah.
Now watch this. So what we have here, okay, is the different statements made about the Son, which he made, and that I made about his existence as a human being. Now I defined here very, very clearly. We have dependent and we have being material. These are cataphatic statements. Both of them are cataphatic statements. We have independent and immaterial. These are apophatic statements. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is, I wrote here the person of the Son, and I wrote Ali. Now, Ali Dawah, pick one from these. Which ones do you have from these?
Sorry, that's not my argument.
No. I'm addressing it directly.
You ignored my argument.
Don't run.
Very clear on camera.
Which one of these statements can be made about you? Pick one. No, he's deliberately running away because he knows what I can prove.
I
answer the question.
Okay.
What properties?
You raised my argument.
What properties?
And you brought this thing. What is it? Cataphatic.
Okay.
And apophatic.
Pick one of these. Pick one. He needs to pick one of these. One of these. Which one is yours? Which one is yours?
From what? Dependency.
Pick this. Pick this.
You can't answer it.
Why are you not answering?
Because that's not my argument.
Well, I'm demonstrating.
No,
I'm demonstrating.
No, you just erased my argument and brought something
that
is not the same analogy. You deleted my look. I deleted. You know why?
What do you mean it's not the same analogy? Because your analogy is wrong. Your analogy is wrong. You're making. Okay. No, stop running now. Stop running now.
Bro.
Wait. I engage with you. I engage with you every time. I engage with him every time. I engage with him every time he bring an analogy. Every time he bring an analogy, I engage. Now, please, which one of these do you have?
You erase my argument.
Which one of these do you have?
You erase my argument.
Which one of these do you have?
You erase my argument.
Are you material?
You erase my argument.
Are you material?
You erase my argument.
Are you material?
Of course I'm material.
Okay, you're material. So Ali Dawah has a cataphatic statement. Let's just put a big C. So a cataphatic statement can be made about Ali. Which one of these are you?
Sorry?
Which one of these can be made about you?
None.
No, you're not immaterial in respect of yourself?
No, I'm not independent. Look, there you go.
Okay, no. Which one of these? I'm telling you, pick.
I'm
Which
not
one?
independent.
Okay, there's different words
What's
here.
happening? Look.
No.
I'm not independent. Look,
Stop grasping for straws.
There you go.
He's grasping for straws.
I'm not independent.
You're grasping for straws. I didn't say you are.
You wrote
I
it
said
down.
there's two different statements here. Both of these are apophatic. Both of these are cataphatic.
No, 1 second.
Pick one. You said you're material. I put down.
1 second.
You said
That's independent.
this is one and this is another.
Okay,
This is
am
another.
I independent?
No.
That's what
You're
I
not
said.
independent.
I said no.
Okay, so are you immaterial with respect to
I
yourself?
said I'm not independent.
Are you immaterial?
Am I
Are you
immaterial?
immaterial? Respect
Of
with
course
respect
I
to
am,
yourself.
yes, but-
Okay,
but they're not the same thing, though.
beautiful. Yeah, they are. They're both apophatic statements. No, let me land my point. You're running
No, no,
now.
no problem.
You're grasping for straws. Okay, cool. So he just picked out material and immaterial with respects to his body and his soul. So now Ali Dawah can make a cataphatic and an apophatic statement about himself. Now, Ali Dawah, is this a logical contradiction? Is this a logical contradiction? Yes or no? Is this a logical?
One center of consciousness as well.
No. Is this a logical contradiction?
Yes, the whole argument is.
Okay. No, this right
You
here.
derived that from me. That's
No,
it, that's
this.
it,
No,
that's
is this
You
a logical?
derived it from me. I'm not independent.
Is it a logical?
I'm not independent.
You can have an apophatic
There you
property
go. Look,
and a
look,
cataphatic
look,
property.
I don't blame them. If I believe in the Trinity, I'll do the same.
No,
I'm not
he's
independent.
deliberately being dishonest. I think his sheikh told him.
Can I hold the ball?
No.
Okay, I can't hold the ball.
No. I gave you time to do your analogy. I engage with you. You're not engaging. No,
Can I hold it?
I need to finish this first. Then you can have the whole board.
Okay, you finish it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Ali Dawah, now that we established,
No, we didn't
we can.
establish nothing.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't establish nothing,
You said you're material,
Nothing, you're talking to yourself.
and you said you're immaterial.
No, I'm not
I had you agree before I wrote anything.
He's running away.
He's trying-
He's running away.
Alright.
And he knows
Did I
it.
say you're independent? You're strawmanning me now. I said you're immaterial according to your own statement.
Okay, 1 second.
So
Why
this is
he-
Ali
Why
Dawah.
is he independent then?
This is Ali Dawah.
Why is he
No,
independent?
this is two different
He
things.
knows. Get this, bro. He knows. Why
Okay,
is
wait.
he independent?
Because
Why is
so
he
are
independent?
you saying
Yeah.
that because
That's not my
you're
argument.
no wait just listen.
not my
I'm trying. I'm still manning what you're saying now.
Exactly.
I'm still manning what you're saying. He thinks I'm saying that if X statement and Y statement are both apophatic, that means they are the same thing. That's not why I said you're strawmanning me.
then why-
That's
okay,
I'm saying
just quick
both
question.
of these
Okay, quick
statements.
question. Is independent and dependency opposites?
Right. What?
Is
Where?
independent and dependency opposites?
Yeah, of course. Because
Thank you.
look.
Thank you.
Wait, but I'm
It's
making.
not opposites.
Wait, but I'm making a distinction
No,
here.
you're not. You're giving another name by saying
Where?
material, and you're giving these terminologies which I did
No.
not agree to.
No.
Why- that's no argument. Why-
Look, I'm making a distinction between. Look at these. These are two different types of statements, and I gave two statements for each one. So stop grasping for straws because you don't want to get cooked right now.
I got cooked really bad.
Now, Ali, you picked these out.
I'm getting cooked,
You picked these out. You said you're material with respect to your body, immaterial with respect to your soul. So now we can make these two statements about Ali Dawah. And now I'm asking Ali Dawah if this is a logical contradiction and impossible existence, yes or no? Is it a logical contradiction? Is it a logical contradiction? Answer my question.
You demand. The stage is yours.
Stop being
Let me know
prideful.
when you finish.
Stop being prideful for the cameras because you're going to lose your job. Now,
I don't have a job.
no, okay, cool. So, is this a logical contradiction?
Just do your job, man.
I need you to answer before I move on. You see, guys, he doesn't want to answer because what he's going to do is going to fall into special pleading because he's going to say this is not a logical contradiction because he's right here, he exists, right? But when we say the same thing about the sun, because he has a cataphatic property, a cataphatic statement, and an apophatic statement, you're making the same statements, right? So if he's saying this isn't a contradiction and this is a contradiction, that's special pleading. If he's honest, he's going to say neither of these are contradiction because he doesn't have a justification for that anymore. So Ali Dawah, can you please answer me? Is Ali Dawah's existence a logical contradiction?
Let me know when you finish.
Yes or no?
Let me know when you finish.
I need you to answer.
Let me know when you finish.
Is it a logical contradiction?
Bro, the stage is-
This is embarrassing.
the stage- I know.
This is embarrassing. You
Very
got more
badly.
Muslim cameras.
Yeah.
Is Ali Dawah a logical contradiction?
Finish me, guys.
Ali Dawah, do you exist?
I'm very bad.
Do you exist?
Let me know when you finish.
Do you exist? I didn't do this with you when you were giving me arguments.
Bro,
Are you a logical contradiction?
Your whole premise is flawed, my friend.
Are you
Your whole premise is flawed.
Are you a logical contradiction?
Your whole premise is flawed.
Right here, I just demonstrated
my
to
thing
everyone
is,
else.
Let me know when you're finished. Look, can I have the board?
Wait, when you ask me,
Can I have my board? Can I have my board?
wait, hold on.
Can I have my board?
Why not answering any questions?
They go.
Wait,
So
when
he's
you're holding the
upset.
board,
He's
wait,
upset. Why
I'm
upset
not.
with me? Be upset
He's
with
playing
me.
emotional games.
Can I have
When you had the
Can I have my
board,
board?
did I answer your
Can I
questions?
have my board? Can I have my board?
You can have it after you answer.
He's never giving my board.
My friend,
Is that
when you
Israel?
had the
They're occupying my board.
when you had the board,
He was
yeah.
promising them.
No. When you had the board and you were
holding.
holding,
My board.
when you had the
What
board,
can I do?
when you had the board,
That's how bad they hurt.
he's not trying to engage. He's not trying to engage because this buries his whole worldview.
Upset.
When you had the board and you were holding up to the cameras and you were asking me questions, I would answer them.
You're right.
Okay. So please, can you answer Ali Dawah?
Sorry.
Do you exist?
Just carry on.
Do you exist?
Just carry on, bro.
I wrote down the whole thing. I laid it out for everyone to see. I explained it.
You erased my
I
entire
explained-
argument and brought
Your
one
arg-
that is not my argument.
Yeah, your argument was.
It's like I'm making an
Do you want me
argument
to
of
still? Do
contingency.
you want me to still wind
And
your
you got to the
argument?
argument of
Do you want-
cosmological argument.
I still
Brother, I'm talking
cosmological
about
argument.
dependency.
What? Am I debating an atheist here?
It's like
I mean, he is an
arguing
ex-atheist,
from
so because-
dependency.
My friend,
contingency,
why
and the
can
person
you not-
goes to
why-
causality?
why
My
can-
argument is
why
not
can you not
causality, it's
answer?
from dependency.
No one said anything about causality.
I didn't say you did. I'm saying
Right.
you've gone to somewhere else, which is not my argument.
So I
because you know you got caught.
What do you
When
understand?
You say there's one sense of consciousness.
What do you understand?
You got caught.
Wait, are you a center of
Bro,
consciousness?
Look, guys, make sure
Wait,
of this, yeah?
Ali Dawah, are you a center of consciousness? Wait, are you immaterial and material at the same time?
Yes.
Is that an oxymoron?
No, but they're both
Is that-
dependent.
Wait.
But they're both dependent.
Wait, that's no difference.
Sorry, whoa,
It makes no
whoa,
difference.
Wait, Ali.
It's codependent.
Wait, right here. Wait, right
Sorry,
here.
wait,
Wait,
I
look,
wanna
he's
say
using
something.
as.
I wanna say
Go
something.
on, go
Let me
on.
say
It's
something.
codependent.
Let me say something.
It's
Wait,
codependent.
go on.
No.
Okay, but he's independent. Is Jesus
I want
dependent?
to say
Is Jesus
something.
dependent?
Look how he's running. Do you see how he's running?
In
He's
respect
like-
to his human nature.
Look, he's grasping for straws. He's grasping for straws because I just demonstrated how he doesn't exist.
My
Jesus
soul is dependent and my
by
body is
virtue of his
dependent.
human nature.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a
My
question.
body is
Wait,
dependent.
Let me ask
wait.
you a
My body is
question.
dependent. My
Let me
soul is
ask-
dependent.
Wait, no, don't use it like
I'm
that.
Let me
saying
ask you a question.
independence and dependency,
Now,
not two
Let me ask you a
dependency.
question. Ali.
Now can I have a board?
Ali, let me ask you a question.
Did you answer this?
no.
Can,
Can I-
what do you understand from this?
Listen, you've just
What do you answer
You
from?
need
No.
to
What do you know?
I can't even have a
Ali,
board.
let me
No,
ask you something.
no, because you're trying to run.
That's
You're
what I'm
trying to
saying.
run.
Listen,
You're trying to
Ali,
run.
One last time.
Explain what you
You did a
understand.
terrible job.
Explain what you understand. You see, you're trying to run. You're trying to run. You're not answering.
Move on. Next, please. Now, I'm going to ask you.
I
at
have the
least-
question for you
please,
first.
please.
I had a question for you
No,
first.
before you have any questions,
No.
you need to answer this
I need
question.
to. No. It's
no,
following
no,
up from this previous argument. I need to ask you a question.
Okay, I'm going to do this one more time. Answer
I
your
need to ask
question.
you a question.
I'm listening.
Okay,
Please, after that, answer my question.
So, you're making an argument from contingency or
Yes,
dependence.
thank you.
No, wait.
Thank you. You're listening.
So I've said nothing so far, right? So I just want to say this.
Yes.
So you're making an argument from
Yes.
contingency or
Yes.
dependence, whatever.
Yes.
happens, right?
Yes.
These are both examples of what? Are they attributes, Ali? Is dependence an attribute?
What do you mean?
An attribute, like.
You can say.
Yeah. Is like
it's-
like
I mean-
mortality, immortality,
Yes, they're two
dependence.
opposites. They're two opposites.
So they're all attributes.
They're two opposites.
Yeah, sure, but they're all attributes, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So when we're talking about apophatic and cataphatic, no, wait, Ali, you have to let
Yeah,
me
don't
speak.
run 'cause you
I
don't
can
know
see
simple
shaking your
terms.
head, but please.
My friend, you need to go back to school, mate.
No, you need to.
Well, I'm always educating you. I might as well be your
Ali,
teacher.
hold on.
I might as well be a
Ali,
sheikh.
I can see.
So
I can
you've
see.
just
If he's my teacher, I'll lose my
Look,
marks.
he's making the same flawed analogy.
Exactly.
I'm trying to have a respectful discussion.
Yeah.
So look, so you've just told us that
Yes.
dependence, independence, mortality, immortality,
All-knowing,
all-powerful-
ignorant,
these
all-powerful,
are all-
weak.
What?
Yes.
Attributes. They're all attributes.
What do you
Hold
mean?
on.
Okay.
You don't know what an attribute is.
No, a triangle square. That's an attribute.
No.
A triangle square.
It's an attribute of God that He's all-powerful.
Triangle is what we call the shape. The three sides is the attribute.
But would you agree that an attribute of God is all powerful?
That's not true.
An attribute of God is all knowing?
Yes.
An attribute of God is immortal?
Yes.
Perfect. So these are all attributes.
Yes.
And the opposites of them are opposite attributes. Dependence,
Yes, okay.
like limited
Yeah,
knowledge.
yeah,
Perfect. So when you're saying you're making an argument from contingency or dependence,
Yeah.
what you're making an argument against is opposing attributes. It doesn't matter what the attribute is, contingent, powerful, knowing, material, immaterial, it's attributes. You're arguing against opposite attributes. Yes or no?
Not only that, I'm talking about a independent and also dependency.
Independence and dependence are attributes.
So what I'm saying is this: I'm asking you a simple question, bro, yeah? And you tell me if this makes sense. I'm not saying to you, look, it's not just about being polar opposites, like a triangle square, an all-knowing ignorant, an all-powerful we, a married bachelor, an independent dependent. Okay, my argument also, you need to understand, is this, which he ran away from. This is dependency, this is independency. You agree what he is. Is Jesus one central consciousness?
Yes.
Perfect. If we put the human nature, which is already there, fully into this category, he is 100% human now. So I'm going to put here.
Possesses a full human nature.
Yes. 100%.
Possesses a full human nature.
Yes. Say 100%. It's better.
Yeah, he's fully human by virtue of that nature.
Good.
Yeah, perfect. Right.
In the same center of consciousness, can he also be fully divine?
Of course.
Show me how.
Because, as I just said, you're arguing about independence. I don't really need independence.
You do, you have to show.
No, okay, perfect. Sorry. Let's see. Let's just call this the sun, right? I'll erase this.
At least he's cooperating. No, I appreciate it, man. I need a corner.
Second person of the Trinity, the divine person of the Son, right? Perfect. One center of consciousness only, right? You agree? So, we got, and don't confuse this with composition. It's not composition, right? So you've got a full, human nature. Perfect. Full human nature, right? 100%. Full human body, full human mind, personality, soul, whatever happens, right? Whatever is proper to a human is predicated to the human nature of the Son. Perfect. Right? Then we got full divine nature. All-knowing, all-powerful, immortal, independent. Every attribute and property that is proper to a divine nature is predicated to the full divine nature that the Son possesses. Right? Sweet. One central question now. Okay? I'm gonna get to the main point that you're making.
Until you said you finish, I'm going to.
Of course. So, you've got the full human nature, full divine nature. Both of these natures possess attributes. Every attribute which is proper to the human nature is only predicated to the human nature. Every attribute which is proper to the divine nature is only predicated to the divine nature with no mixing. Perfect? One of the attributes of the full human nature happens to be dependence. The same way all of us possess full human natures and we are instantly dependent. So, I'll just do a line. Fully dependent, FD, fully dependent, right? Then you got the divine nature. Let's do an arrow. Fully independent. So, these are, as my friend said, cataphatic propositions. In other words, they are opposites of each other. And because we're talking about dependence and independence, as Ali Dawah agreed, I mean, there's not much clarification needed, but dependence and independence are attributes. It doesn't matter if you're talking about dependence, power, knowledge, materiality, whatever, immortality, these are all attributes. They have a positive and a negative claim to them, just as dependence does. Divine nature, fully independent. Ali, one center of consciousness, fully immaterial by virtue of his soul, fully material by virtue of his body. Two cataphatic attributes in one center of consciousness. Make that make sense?
So, guys, listen carefully, guys. Okay, guys. So, as you can see, my argument was very simple. All he did was right inside that circle, which I said the one center of consciousness, which is the Son, that is fully human and fully God. My friend, all you did is like what no logic done. He made the big board, the square, and he inserted the triangle, which is heresy anyways, yeah? Okay. This is.
I just said I didn't want to confuse this with composition. I'm just saying that.
No, you don't need to. No, but one second. When you say it's one center of consciousness, my friend, you cannot have two opposite things in that one center of consciousness. It is a contradiction on all. No, my friend. No problem. No problem. No problem. I am fully material. No, one second, my friend. No. You're saying it's 100% and 100% human. Now, one second.
By virtue of the nature.
Which one? All of them.
Yeah, 1 second, bro. Please, guys. 1 second. You put me off. Guys, he's saying my soul and my body, yeah? I'm saying, if I've said this, this is wrong. I'm not saying my soul is, I'm 100% soul and 100%, but I don't know how they work together. It can be 50-50. It can be my body is the 75% and the soul is the 25%. I don't know, and it's irrelevant. My point is following. Firstly, my body is dependent. My soul is dependent. My argument is what from what? Dependency, independency. So we have one center of consciousness. You cannot have in one center of consciousness a full 100% human being, and then at the same time he's also fully 100% God. That, my friends, is a contradiction.
Okay, can I respond?
You cannot. So please, I'm asking you again. Can you have, look, please demonstrate it to me. You've just written inside the circle. How do you have a 100% human and a 100% God in one center of consciousness? It is a contradiction on all planets. Please, just that.
Okay,
please.
so, to be honest,
Please
I don't
demonstrate.
really think I
Can you
need the pen.
demonstrate
But
it? Okay, I'll hold it.
I would just like to
Can you
explain.
demonstrate it, please?
I would like to explain, and
Please
then I'll
demonstrate
demonstrate
it.
it.
Please
No,
demonstrate.
don't rub it out, man.
sorry.
Ali.
Sorry, okay, just write again, just write it.
Oh,
One second.
okay, sure. Yeah, so.
Do it again.
Yeah. Oh, you rubbed out my masterpiece, Ali.
I don't mean to be
Fully
disrespectful,
full
but that is not a
human
masterpiece
nature.
in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, wait, yeah,
In any way, shape, or form, with all due respect.
human nature, full
Today,
divine
God is
nature.
fully human.
Perfect. So, you're saying the contradiction lies
Yes.
from the natures and the attributes that they entail, right? An attribute of dependence and an attribute of independence
Yes.
in respect to each nature.
Yes.
So, I'll cover 2 main points.
Yes.
You can have the pen back, by the way. I don't need it. So, we've already covered that. You remember the thing you said, by virtue of X, by virtue of Y?
Yes.
All right. So we totally agree that these opposing attributes can exist in one person if it's in 2 instances, and the instances would be the natures. You agree to that?
So. What do you
Yep.
mean by 2 instances?
2 instances, 2 natures.
No, I know there's 2 natures.
So
I'm
in the
saying
instance of the human nature,
No, I know
all
that.
of the
I'm talking
attributes.
about in one center of consciousness.
Yeah.
100% human.
Yes.
How do you add the 100% God in there? It's a contradiction.
Because
In one center of consciousness,
No.
not like no logic, like bringing the square and triangle together.
I'll tell
I'm
you
not
why.
saying that.
I'll tell you why.
That's not my argument.
Yep.
I never said they can't like side by. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
Ali.
about in one center of consciousness.
yes,
That's what I'm
totally.
asking.
I understand
Thank
your
you.
argument fully.
Yes, please explain.
Right. So what I would say is, you have the one full center of consciousness. Now, just let me land because there's going to be a slightly long explanation. This one center of consciousness, this one person, can most definitely possess 2 full natures. Now, the issue that you're bringing up with the 2 full natures being possessed is the attributes that the natures entail, right? If the attributes had if the 2 natures had corresponding attributes, I don't think you'd have a problem. If both natures were independent,
Say that again?
if both natures were independent, would you still have an issue with it?
You can't have 2 independencies. That's for the argument contingency. That's why you can't have an infinite regress of dependent things. You have to have a necessary being, an independent being that gave rise to dependent things.
Okay,
So you can't have 2 independent. You can
Okay,
have,
perfect.
like for example,
Yep.
you have 2 dependent beings.
Yep.
Me, my body, and my soul.
Yep.
That's why I'm telling your little student there,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that's not an issue.
Perfect, right.
That's not an issue.
Yep.
He tried to use that argument. It's not working. That's not my
Yep.
argument. My
Okay,
argument is very
so-
simple. One center of consciousness. How can it be fully human and fully God? That is a contradiction
Okay.
on all planets.
So your contradiction hinges upon the attributes that each nature possesses. For example, the divine nature possessing
No,
the
is that the essence?
essence is a
Essence.
nature.
No, the essence, because the necessary being is independent.
I know.
Good.
Just let me finish,
Yes.
please. So your argument, your contradiction hinges upon the attributes that each nature entails. The human nature entails the attribute of dependency, correct?
Yes.
The divine nature entails the attribute of independence.
Yes. Yes. How do you
Okay.
reconcile them in one center of
Yeah,
consciousness?
perfect. I'll
what
tell
I'm
you.
asking.
I will provide you an exact
Thank you.
example.
Thank you. Thank God for that. I'm not
Now,
gonna talk.
no. I would like you to answer my follow-up questions. So you are one center of consciousness, right?
I'm not God.
I don't care. Are you one center of consciousness?
No. Am I
No.
independent?
We're talking
No,
about
no, no.
attributes.
No, you need to use an independent,
No.
dependent example.
Ali.
You cannot.
Ali.
Look, you're using me. I'm a dependent being.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. That's
Brother, I'm
that's a
dependent.
that's a false
I'm
equivocation fallacy.
dependent.
No.
They, look,
No.
any-
Ali,
disingenuous.
Ali,
I am
we already
dependent.
covered this, and you actually agreed with
Okay,
me.
any
You-
example
said show
Ali,
of
any-
independent
Ali,
dependency? There you
Ali,
go.
you need to
There you
engage.
go.
You
There
need
you
to
go.
engage.
Hey, there you go.
No.
He admits
You've not
it.
done anything.
He knows.
You've not done anything,
He knows.
Ali, you've not done
knows.
anything
He knows.
because
That's
we
fine.
already went over this
Alhamdulillah.
before I drew
You're
this.
making my face wrong.
Before I drew this, what did we go over? We went. Well, you drew it, but I added to it, right?
Independent,
Yeah.
independency. You know what you've done?
Yeah.
You said, Ali, are you one center of consciousness? Yes, I'm dependent.
I didn't
Can
finish.
Good.
You didn't let me finish.
Are you
And
going to
you-
give
and
me
you're not-
the other example, the nature or whatever, it has to be independent. Then I can say, okay.
Okay, can you tell me why
Yes.
you're so stuck up on?
Fine.
No. Wait.
Sorry, okay,
And
go ahead,
please
go
don't say because I'm not good. I'm not concerned with that. I know
finish
you're
your
not
sentence.
good.
Yep, go on.
So, what you're doing, what your mistake is that you're stuck up on a specific attribute when these oppositions.
Isn't
No,
that
no, no.
God's attribute? Why are you making it like it's
No, no,
God's
no.
attribute? We're talking about God here.
Of course.
Then why are you belittling
No,
by saying, oh,
because
you have to say
because
God
what
is
you need to
all powerful.
understand.
It's like
no, no, no,
an atheist and he
no,
goes,
no, no. Let
oh,
me finish.
does God have to be all
Let me
powerful?
finish. You said
Yes,
you let
he
me
does.
speak, right? So look, dependence and independence are attributes. The same way that you're arguing they cannot coexist in a center of consciousness because they contradict is the exact same justification that you'd have to provide for any attribute whatsoever. It doesn't matter if it's dependence or independence.
No, it doesn't, because my whole argument is on contingency,
Okay, in
which
one,
is dependency.
okay, perfect. In one center of consciousness, can you have a material, immaterial?
Yes.
How?
Me.
Because you're material in respect to your body,
1 second.
you're immaterial to
My-
respect to
my-
your soul.
no, no, 1 second,
no,
1
no, no,
second,
no, no, no.
Is-
Let
are
me
you
finish.
saying-
Let me
1
finish. No, no, no.
By the
I
way,
need
you
to
guys
finish.
missed something
I
really
need to
big,
finish.
and you're making a
Look,
blunder.
No, no,
Go
no.
ahead, go ahead,
I need
go
to
ahead.
finish.
Justification why it's not a contradiction.
My soul is not immaterial. I just realized.
Your soul is
My
not
soul is not immaterial. No.
Hey, use
It's
chat
not-
GPT right now.
it's not-
Use chat GPT
My friend,
right
my friend. The soul, is it
Ask
created?
Okay, can you show me
Is
your
it
soul?
created?
ChatGPT
You can create immaterial things.
1 second, it's soul
Wait,
created.
your soul is not immaterial?
No.
Are angels immaterial?
No.
No, angels are immaterial.
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
wait.
That's what I'm saying, guys. You know when you believe in the Trinity, you fly to different places.
What are you talking about?
So let me get this right.
Hold on.
So one second, the angels
You
are
think
made
your
out
soul
of-
is
The
material?
angels are made out of light.
Can you show me your soul?
The-
Like
the-
a
Is
material?
light material?
One second.
Is light
No, 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 no.
immaterial?
What do you mean by
Is
material?
light immaterial?
1 second.
Material, physical matter.
Material
Did
Physical
God
matter.
create from ex nihilo? Did God
Yes.
create? Good, 1 second.
Yes.
Yes. Now his
Yeah.
penny dropped
Wait,
there.
out of ex
His
nihilo.
facial expression
Out,
changing.
wait, out of
Yes.
ex nihilo.
Okay.
Oh my
Light.
days.
Good.
Wait, out of
Which
ex nihilo, he
which
created
means-
light, which is immaterial, right?
No, 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 no.
Wait, it's
From-
not immaterial?
No, 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 no. We say for God, he says, "Kun fayakun."
Yeah,
Be
that's
it is,
nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's no
Yeah, I know
way.
you die in your religion when I was said the Quran. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, anyways, brothers and sisters, the point is this. Angels are made out of light. Yes, they're made out of light. Now, I'm not seeing the same light that we have here. They're made out of light. The jinns are made
it
out of
physical
smokeless
light?
fire. They're made out of smokeless fire. 1 second. We are made out of clay, dust. Okay. I just realized something now. The soul is not immaterial in the sense, if we're talking about the reality of the world, it's not something that you can see, touch, smell, like our consciousness.
That's immaterial.
But no,
Yeah, it's
no, but one
immaterial.
second, one second.
It's
No,
immaterial.
if your definition is in the sense of the can I touch, feel, in that angle, of course. But I'm saying, was it created? If it's created, then it is some sort of material. That's my argument.
no, we
Your
disagree.
And even it still doesn't work.
Your
Look,
argument
Ali,
is like this,
look, look,
right?
look.
No, no.
You're arguing
Even
it's a
if you say
contradiction.
the soul is material,
Wait, my
material,
friend.
it still doesn't help you.
My friend,
it still doesn't help you.
your argument is, right?
Yes, you were doing a good
It's-
job until you came in.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why you couldn't answer any of
No, no,
my
you couldn't.
any of my
The only
answers.
reason I said that is because
Alright.
even if the soul is
My friend.
material, immaterial,
No, but,
Okay,
it's
I'll
still
tell you.
dependent.
Okay.
It's still dependent.
No,
my
Preston,
days,
he's
Ali.
arguing it's a contradiction. What's
Perfect.
the contradiction?
Perfect. My name is Titus.
Titus.
Yeah, perfect. So, what I was saying is that when we're talking about materiality and immateriality, we're talking about physical matter. Your soul is not composed of physical matter. Thus, it would be a contradiction for a single instance to be material, composed of physical matter, and immaterial.
Thank
Yeah, that's a contradiction. Perfect.
Say
In
that
one
again, say that
instance,
again.
in one
Say that
instance, in one instance,
In one
no, no, no.
instance,
That's why you're a
no,
contradiction.
One cell.
By your
no, no,
logic,
no,
you're a
no.
contradiction.
One center of consciousness. He just said
No,
it,
no,
he
no,
said
no,
it.
no. He said
it,
one
he just said it,
instance.
he
I said
it.
one
He just
instance.
said it.
There's
I
a
said one
difference.
instance.
There's a
No, no, no. I
difference
said one
between
instance.
person and
One
nature.
instance.
Meaning?
There's a
One
difference
instance.
between person and nature.
One instance
Double
meaning
back.
one instance.
Meaning?
It means one instance. There's
Meaning?
not much more to
Meaning,
it.
meaning.
It means one instance.
Nature, in the nature.
In,
You know what
okay,
just
in one
happened?
nature,
It's in
sure.
the nature.
One
Allah
nature.
just made them say it.
One nature, one
In-
instance which entails certain attributes.
In one, look, what did I
Simple.
say? In one conscious center of consciousness. He just said it with his own mouth.
I said no, I didn't say that.
You're
I
doing-
said
you're
one
doing it
instance.
again.
I did what?
You
I
just
said
said
one
it, bro.
instance. No, I didn't.
what's your
No, I
name?
didn't. Titus.
Titus,
Yeah,
you just said it, bro.
No camera will pick
And
me
it
up
just-
saying
and it
that.
just picked
I
up.
didn't say that.
You just said it,
I
bro.
didn't say that.
And that's my
And you
argument.
know, you're still not addressing my
I'm not gonna
point.
talk anymore.
Okay,
Nah,
perfect.
he's-
Okay,
I stand,
all
I
right,
stand.
cool. Don't talk then. I will have more time to explain. That's perfect, right? So look, when I already defined materiality and immateriality. It's very simple. Materiality being composed of physical matter. Immateriality is not possessing any physical material like matter, right? Perfect. So you are one single center of consciousness, correct? I'll take that as a yes. You possess a soul which, by the definition I just gave, is immaterial, not composed of physical matter. It can be created, it can be dependent, it still holds the attribute of immateriality, by the way I just defined it, right? Now when I define materiality and immateriality, these are total opposites of each other. Would you agree? Composed of physical matter, not composed of physical matter.
Explain
Yeah?
to them.
I'm speaking to you.
No, but explain it.
I'm speaking.
My
Yeah,
argument.
I think they can hear me, right? So look, simple. Materiality, immateriality. You are one single center of consciousness. However, you are immaterial, right? But in respect to your soul, you are material in respect to your human body. By your logic, if this occurred in the same instance, it would be a contradiction. And I totally agree with you. If it occurred in one instance, it would be a contradiction. The reason why you're not a contradiction and the incarnation is not a contradiction is because even though it can be in one center of consciousness, it does not occur in the same instance. Your immateriality, your attribute of immateriality occurs in the instance of your soul. Your materiality occurs in the instance of your body. The dependence of the Son occurs in the instance of the human nature. The independence of the Son occurs in the divine nature. Done. It's not a contradiction.
If he's dependent, then he has dependent on the independent, and he cannot be independent.
The human nature is totally
you said
dependent.
in one instance, and this is where the argument is done.
Can you address what I just said?
No, I addressed it.
No, you didn't. You're not addressing it.
He said in one instance, which he means in a center, the one center of consciousness.
No, that's not what I mean.
No,
that's not what I mean.
That's not what you mean.
That's not what I mean.
That's not what you mean. Look, it's very simple. When you
That's
say
not what I
one
mean.
instance,
You're misrepresenting.
Look, guys, when you say in
That's
one
not what I
instance,
mean.
you cannot have an all-knowing ignorant in one instance, an all-powerful weak in one instance, and an independent dependent in one instance.
Wait, Ali,
Thank you,
Ali, just a little comment.
You're done.
Yeah,
Ali,
literally, it's
Ali,
arguments. You're a bit late.
no, just a little comment. No, I'm adding on to what you said.
I'm actually finish the statement.
So you just mentioned that in one instance you can't have these conflicting attributes. In one instance, can you have materiality and immateriality?
This is what I'm saying to you.
But to answer
the question,
My friend,
please.
You haven't answered any questions.
You cannot have. Look, I've told you before. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You are claiming. Firstly, we have an argument. I said to you, if I said to you, I'm 100% soul and 100% body, which I don't. That's not the knowledge that I have. I would say there will be two opposites. And not only that, the soul is dependent. The body is also dependent.
Yep.
I have never made an argument. I've never looked. Listen.
That doesn't address my point.
Argument. No, that's my point. When the penny dropped is when you said, you cannot have two opposites in one instance. Meaning,
Yes,
guys,
I agree with you.
Good,
I agree
perfect.
with you.
So, 1 second. In one instance, was Jesus fully man and fully God?
No.
Oh my God.
Because the instance.
Heresy.
No.
Hold on.
My friend.
Yo,
What?
hold on. What's the difference between person and nature?
One second.
Do you know what a person is?
Just one second.
Do you know what a person?
from the
What's
beginning.
a person?
Just one second.
What's a person?
Wait.
What's a person?
One second.
At the beginning-
One second.
Wait, at the beginning we clarified.
In Jahiliyyah, we used to tell the DJ, rewind. Yes? Okay, 1 second. So let me just get this right.
Yep.
You guys are saying to me, when Jesus was walking the earth,
Yep.
That's one instance.
well, yes, one instance,
One instance.
was he fully man?
Yeah, in that instance, yes.
Was he fully God?
In another instance, yes.
So he was worshipping to the himself.
No, was it?
I'm so trapped.
Was it, guys?
Don't do that again,
Guys,
man.
was it?
Come on, man.
In one,
Stay behind the camera.
Was it?
I know. What's the difference? What's the difference between
Guys.
Eh.
One center of consciousness. In one
but you
instance. In one instance.
Okay, explain why that's one instance.
In one instance.
That's not an instance.
He's
This isn't an
100%.
instance.
Guys.
This isn't
A
an
person
instance.
isn't an
There you
instance.
go.
What's a
That's not
person?
an
Ali,
instance.
what's a person?
What's the
What
definition
is a
of
person?
What's the definition? Of
What's a person?
I'm gonna narrow it. What's the definition of instance?
Okay, I'll just define an instance by being proper to a certain nature.
No, but there's two natures.
Yeah.
Two instances.
Two
Thank you.
instances.
That's why it's no contradiction. That's why it's no contradiction.
That's why it's no contradiction.
That's why it's no
Dawah.
contradiction.
You can't address
Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Wallahi.
What's a person?
Guys.
What's
I
a
said
person?
What's a
the sun
person?
Is the
What's a
sun?
person?
What's a person?
The sun is
What's
the
a
sun
person?
What's a person?
in one center of consciousness.
What's a person?
The sun.
No, define a
Is
person.
this an
The sun
instance?
is a person.
No, he
One-
is
no,
a, but
one
he's
being,
not the
one being,
definition.
one
What's
being.
a person?
One being.
No.
One being.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Okay,
That's not the
A
definition.
person is who something is.
Yep.
Okay. Who
In
is
other
A
words,
nature
who
is
Jesus?
a nature is
Who is
what
Jesus?
something
Okay,
is.
who
The
is
sun.
Jesus?
The
I
sun.
flipping said that. You said no.
Hold on. You said this
I
is
said
an
that, you said
instance.
no.
Yo.
The sun.
Pass me the pen.
What's the- No, wait.
I'm not gonna write
The sun-
anything.
No, 1 second. The
I ain't
sun.
gonna write anything.
The sun. Is he in one center of consciousness?
Sorry?
The sun.
is a center
Okay. There you go. In
Alright.
one center of consciousness. Was he
Hold
fully
on.
man? Was he fully man? Was he
Can
fully
I have the
man?
pen? I'll answer you.
No, was he fully man?
Can I answer if I have
Was
the
he
pen?
fully man?
Can I answer if I have
No,
the
was he
I'm not
fully
gonna
man?
write anything.
No, I'm asking a question.
Yo.
One center of consciousness.
Word of Allah,
One center
I'm
of
not gonna
consciousness.
write anything or
One
change.
center of
I'll
consciousness.
answer if you give me the pen. Can I answer?
Please answer.
Okay,
He
I'm
wants
gonna
to
put you one
answer.
thing.
One center of consciousness. Was he fully
One
man?
center of consciousness, yes.
Was he fully man?
Is man.
Fully man?
In this instance.
No, is he fully man? Okay.
I don't know, to be honest.
I need to ask guys now.
One person.
Very
I'm qualifying my statement, by the way.
One person.
Yeah,
one center of
I'm not.
consciousness.
Maybe it'll end in like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know.
In the same. In the same.
I'm not sure.
Would you give me excuse? I ask him I go.
Well,
One thing
Guys,
is,
Older man.
one person.
I understand, but we're in the middle of a conversation.
Was he a man? One person and one center.
I don't know, maybe like
In one
10 minutes,
consciousness,
15 minutes.
that
I'm
one
not sure.
person is God. The same person
the same in one center of consciousness, is he also fully God? Fully God.
Well, why are you running away?
You've not addressed the point whatsoever. You've not addressed the point.
No way,
How is he claiming a win? He didn't even address the point.
Pride, man.
I,
They're hero. This is
you haven't even addressed the point, Ali, but
You guys,
okay.
That's fine,
you
man.
guys, they destroyed me. Guys. They
Yep, totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. Totally destroyed.
Guys,
Totally destroyed.
They destroyed
Yep.
me. I got
Yep.
annihilated.
Ali annihilated us.
They,
yeah.
Thank you for admitting that.
I wish
You
I
killed
never
us,
came.
yeah.
This was so
You
much.
killed us, Ali.
Thank you for admitting that.
There was knowledge flying through their head.
Yeah, and there was no knowledge flying through your head, so that's fine. No knowledge flying through your head. So.
Guys,
You haven't addressed the point.
they have the same.
Triangle.
They have the same.
Yeah.